Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Art Whisperer 88. On your screen you will see 4 different colors of Artist Loft acrylic paint, and I have lined up my brayers because my plan is to use each brayer for a different color. And for a first pull, I'm going to create all these different zones and different colors, as opposed to what I usually do is start with the first layer of one color. This time it will be 4, and so it will be quite interesting, I think. So I will start with the darkest one, which is phthalo blue, and also my most favorite color. I think it's okay to play favorites when you're an artist. So I'm gonna do this zone here, phthalo blue. So I'm dividing this into zones. They won't be very exact, but I think I forgot to put baby oil on this. Seems to be squeaking again. Okay, that's for the phthalo blue. Then this is gonna be violet. Okay, this is much better. It's more quiet. Okay, that's for the violet. And then here is aqua green. Always need to, it always tends to create a dried spot of paint there on the mouth of the tube, so I have to keep clearing it out. Okay, this is the aqua blue. I'm just going to kind of distribute it as best I can. I may not need to use this 4th brayer. So I think the result is going to be very painterly. Hopefully, because I want it to be a little different from the usual printed look. Okay, and this time I will refrain from scribbling I'm just going to create a solid first pull of color. I'm going to reserve the texture for later because I may end up doing many layers for this print. So here's my favorite Somerset, and hopefully this is registered properly. Now when I switch to a medium format, I don't move these registration bars because there's no need to. So hopefully this will be centered on the paper. Okay, so I'm going to leave this for about 15 minutes just to make sure that all the paint will transfer. So I'll be back in a while. Okay, it's been a few minutes. It gave me a little time to soak my brayers in hot water. So first let me make some room here. I'm constantly knocking things over. Okay, let's see. I think it's pretty cool. It didn't pick up all of the paint, but most of it, I would say. Very nice for a first layer. And since I have different zones here of color, it makes it a little easier to do a composition, because this is like the scaffolding or the bare bones or the spine, however you want to call it, of the piece. And then I build on top of that. So I'm gonna air dry this and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now this ghost print has dried nicely. I'm not going to clean it off, but I saved my acetate stencils right here. I put it in this handy plastic tray, and I'm going to reuse these guys. And I know it's hard to see on the camera because these are clear, but they do have some little traces of paint where I couldn't scrub all of it off. Again, I'm playing with the figure 8, which is a recurring theme in my compositions. Okay. Good thing about these acetate pieces is they don't fall apart. No. Okay. Oh, I don't know exactly what the outcome is going to be because everything is going to come out backwards. Let me just scoot this over a little bit. Okay. So now that the acetate stencils are down, let me see. Let me do some of this aqua green again. And then this light green. Okay, that seems to be fairly quiet. Still a little squeaky, but not too bad. Okay. Now I will put a few lines. They'll be a little jittery, but that's okay. Okay. Now, just going to make some room here for my used up stencils. It just occurred to me that these little acetate stencils can create a monoprint in themselves. Here, let me show you. If I do press this on blank paper, this would create some interesting marks. So it's good to save them. Okay. Let me just make sure my fingers are clean before I grab my paper. And just to refresh your memory, here is the first pool. It's got lots of phthalo blue and purple on it. So I'm introducing a layer of light green. Again, I'm not going to lift this paper right away. I'm going to give it a little time. I'd say maybe like 10-15 minutes. Okay, be right back. Okay, it's been a while. Let me see what we got. Very cool. It's a nice second layer. I like the scribbles. They reveal the layer underneath. And the contrast is not that obvious, which is good. I think I'm going to continue, do a third layer with a contrasting color, maybe like a raw sienna or a vermilion. So I'm going to air dry this and be right back. Okay, it's been a few minutes and the second layer has dried nicely. So I'm looking here at some of the leftover acetate that I might be able to use. This is to prepare for a third layer. I'm going to introduce some striped shapes. Maybe reuse some of these guys. It's kind of hard to see because it's clear. I think that's good enough. I'm kind of doing it almost blindly because since the acetate is clear, I'm not 100% sure where they are, but that's okay. There's the element of surprise. So I'm going to use some of this vermilion. We just have a spot of color, but not too much. And then the rest will be raw sienna. It may seem very brightly colored, but there are a lot of acetate stencils, so it's going to kind of tone it down a little. Okay. Again, I'm going to add some scribbling. I'm not sure where they will end up, but okay. It's a little tricky to find where they are because the acetate pieces are so very flat. So it's really hard to tell. I'm not even sure if there's a stencil here. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it now. There we go. Oh, another one. Okay, I'm gonna make sure my fingers are clean. I've got this handy moist rag. These are the practicalities of printmaking. All right, let's see what we got. Now, to refresh your memory, here is this second pull. Okay. And this should liven things up. Again, I'm going to leave this for a few minutes, let's say 10-15 minutes, to get a good transfer. Okay, let's see what we got. This is exciting. I think the paint has transferred very well, and it's not as sticky. Maybe it's because I prepared this with baby oil the other night. No, check this out. I knew I forgot something. This piece of acetate here. I hope this doesn't tear the paper. Oh yeah, it did. I have to fix that with glue. But overall, I'm pleased with the result. The registration is not bad. Let me do a close-up so you can see. And this is a third layer of color. Here's the damaged area. I can fix that with collage. Nothing that collage can't fix. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so this needs to air dry a little, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we are at the collage part of this episode. As you can see, I already have the third layer of vermilion, and I think it provides a nice punch of color. Now, I went through my copy paper collage elements, and this is what I found. We have some lines here, some dashes, some circles. Okay, I'm gonna see what looks good. I think this, I can make a modified X like I usually do. like that. I think it would be interesting to introduce some straight lines. Now this is done on a paint program. Let me do a white so you can see the entire image. I think these guys will work to cover my little accident there. I think that will work. So that covers my little tear over there, and no one will ever know. Okay, that's it for the bottom, and then I'll do my modified X on this left side. go. There. I think that makes a very interesting composition. Here's a close-up. I do like the textures of the paint created by the gel plate. Well, this kind of texture would be very difficult to reproduce with painting techniques. I think these are very unique to the printmaking medium. So that is my adventure with my acetate stencils. And I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up. Like and share with your friends, and I hope to see you next time.